back to my channel. Today I have a mid-March message for all of the Scorpios out in the collective. Please note this is going to be a general reading, so it's not going to resonate with every single Scorpio out in the collective. I ask that you take with you what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you are new to my channel, welcome to Eileen Into Spirit. My name is Eileen Rouse. I am a psychic intuitive, a spiritual coach, and a sound healing practitioner. So without further ado, Scorpio, let's go ahead and dive right into your mid-March message. So Scorpio, we are starting out with regeneration, spirit of gratitude, and magician's sword, confidence in your magic. Okay. Scorpio, we are going to start off with the heart of your reading here with spirit of gratitude. So what I love about this is that I feel that what this message is really saying to you here is that it's wanting you to bring in a spirit of gratitude. So this is really about the power of prayer. It's really about having that proper communication with the divine or communing with the divine. It's about expressing deep gratitude as you move through your day, as you move through the world. And it's about knowing that you are exactly where you need to be and that whatever is answered, whenever your guides or your angels or God speaks to you, when you set out your prayers and they answer you, know that that is exactly what they mean, that they are giving you exactly what you need to know. And I feel that this month, it's really about you building that communication with the divine. I want you to pay very close attention to this card. Now, in this card, you will notice that in this lower image, it is the image of a person because here is the ear. So this lotus flower right here represents the crown chakra. And the crown chakra is how we commune with spirit. It is how we commune with our higher self. It is how we communicate with our angels and our guides and our ancestors through the crown chakra. It's how we receive our own divine guidance and how we receive downloads. And I feel this month it's really about sort of rebuilding, rebuilding your sense of confidence in your communication with the spirit. The regeneration to me really speaks about a rebirth. And you could be going through a big ascension right now or a major awakening, as is all of the collective right now with all of these solar flares and solar storms that are coming. We are in the Great Awakening. There is no denying that. And I do feel that everybody out in the collective is their frequencies, their vibrations, and who they are becoming is more, it's changing a lot more rapidly than we thought. And so I feel that you might be going through a rebirth where you're needing to really create a practice around how you commune with spirit and how you give thanks and how you become more appreciative of how you're receiving the information. The magician's sword is really about you being confident in your art, in your magic, and recognizing that you are the creator. You are creating magic every single day with your thoughts, with what you speak. I feel this is important. And I don't know why this didn't come up earlier, but Scorpio, it's coming up now. I'm hearing it loud and clear. You know, the sword represents what we cut out, right? It represents truth. Swords ultimately represent our thoughts, and it represents us seeking the ability to be able to cut out what needs to be cut out, but also being victorious and standing in our truth, right? And I feel that when you can truly focus on your thoughts and focus on what kind of thoughts, what are your primary thoughts? You know, are they focused on fear? Are they focused on love? Like those are the kinds of things that you're really needing to be aware of. And the words that we speak, you know, we often have this phrase that words often cut like a knife, right? Because words carry vibration. Our thoughts carry vibration. So I'm really interested to see what the tarot is going to say for you here, Scorpio, but I feel that right now what Spirit is really wanting you to be very aware of is that you're going through a rebirth right now where you're building more of your confidence and you're strengthening your ability to be able to commune with the divine and how it responds to you. So let's go ahead and dive right into the tarot here and see what else they want to add to this beautiful message. I feel it's also very interesting. The 46 in the regeneration reduces to a 1, which is about new beginnings. The spirit of gratitude is a 43, so that is a 7. It is about, you know, with sort of taking a pause and contemplating, you know, where you are or what messages you're receiving from the divine. I think the important thing here is that sometimes when we ask for something and we don't get the answer that we ultimately want, we have to sort of take a step back and sort of remind ourselves here that, you know, every answer that we get from the divine is the right answer. We're just not sometimes we're just not happy with that answer. And that's what I feel where we need to sort of build our confidence in that whatever message we hear, that is the message. Stop questioning what comes through for you here, Scorpio. Know that what comes through is exactly what is meant to come through for you at that time. And so I feel that that's the most important thing. I feel this one wants to come out. Okay. Ooh. Oh, we have divine counterparts here. Okay, this is very interesting. This is now taking a very, let's see. Okay, Scorpio. So when we look at the heart of the reading here, we have the Ace of Cups. Okay. So here's what I'm getting right off the bat. This is pertaining to a relationship or relationships in your life here, Scorpio. And I want to point out here that, you know, at the heart of your reading with the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Cups truly represents the emotions. It represents our own sense of confidence and our own sense of self-nurturing. The Ace of Cups represents love, it represents relationships, and it represents new beginnings. And I feel that it is important for you to recognize that when an Ace of Cups comes in, it's bringing in love. And here's the thing. I'm really looking at this from an aspect of unconditional love with the spirit of gratitude. I think that in all relationships, there are certain cycles that we go through in relationships here, Scorpio. And your message here with the 9 of Wands and the 10 of Wands, like one right after the other, with the regeneration, is what it's saying is that when it comes to certain relationships in our lives, we often can build up a wall. And we can often feel like things are never going to work out. With the 9 of Wands, the 9 of Wands is basically, you have to recognize that you've worked really hard to get to where you are, right? And when you go through a rebirth, especially in relationships here, Scorpio, we can get defensive because we could feel like people are just going to tear me down and throw everything away. But the more that you become defensive, the more of a burden you put on the other person in that relationship, which then becomes a responsibility. So that's how you end up with codependent relationships or very self-serving relationships, right? And it's important for you to recognize here that what Spirit is saying is that when you pray about a specific person or you pray about a specific relationship, the answer that you get is the answer that you get, whether it's the answer you want or not, right? And understanding that with the 9 of Wands here, you have to be able to accept things as they are. One of the biggest things is that you recognize here, Scorpio, how strong you actually are and how much you've actually overcome. But the thing is, if you keep fighting off people instead of allowing people to come in as they should, right? Then you basically set up this massive burden on yourself and you feel that it's your responsibility to make a relationship work or to change the person. And that isn't healthy. What they're wanting you to understand here with the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles, that this is divine counterparts. Understand that I feel that the relationships that are coming into your life now with this awakening is these are divine contracts that are going to be coming into your life. And you need to be confident that you have exactly what you need for this other person. Now, here's the thing. When divine contracts come into play, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to be there for all eternity and that they're going to be there forever. They're going to come and go. That's how divine contracts work. Even soul contracts. Understand that the King of Pentacles is a very resourceful king, right? The King of Pentacles is the master of his own finances, his own wealth. He is willing to share all of that with everyone else, but he's very generous. And I feel that, I sort of feel that you could be both the king and the queen. And here's the thing. When it comes to relationships, what I feel this is really trying to tell you here, Scorpio, is that you need to be generous, but also know that you are deserving of having reciprocal energy. And I feel that this is something you're healing from, because as the King of Pentacles is generous and giving, the Queen of Pentacles is also nurturing. And as she nurtures not only her resources, she nurtures the resources of others, right? So it's an equal distribution of energy here. So let's go ahead and dive a little bit deeper. I'm very curious here, Scorpio. I was not expecting this, but when Spirit comes through with these messages, it comes through for a reason. Someone needed to hear this. So we have the Star card in reversed here. So I feel that in the past here, Scorpio, there was a lot of healing that was taking place, and you might have given up on relationships in general. You might have felt overly exhausted with these relationships and might have felt like, you know what, I'm not going to put forth any more effort here, and you might have rushed into several different kinds of relationships, not truly listening to the messages that Spirit was giving you here, which is why it kind of has left you at a place where you're very standoffish. So understand that this is the past. So let's see what we have here for this Ace of Cups. Okay, the Chariot. Yeah. So Scorpio, understand here that in the past, you might have, been very standoffish. You might have rushed into things, hoping that it was going to transition into a certain specific way, or that you were going to get something out of this particular relationship. But now you have confidence, you have strength, you have power, you have will, and now you're moving You're sort of working with spirit. You're working with your guides and your angels, and you're willing things. You're attracting things. That's what I want to say here. There is this affirmation that I say quite frequently, and it was something I needed to say for relationships myself, and it was, I do not chase relationships that are unhealthy. I attract healthy relationships to me. So I do not chase, I attract. You create that affirmation however deems fit for you. But I do want to point out that you are now attracting what you feel is right for you. Now, whether you know this or not, your will and desire for something, whether negative or positive, will always be attracted to you. That is how the law of attraction works here. With the Three of Emotions, this is the Three of Cups. This is about celebrating. It's about being willing to share your life, your experiences, your creations, the things that you love with other individuals, and sharing it openingly. Let me get that out there. And I feel here, Scorpio, that this is what this is what they're wanting you to really understand here. With the Queen of Pentacles, you have the Six of Swords. So again, while you are nurturing your relationships, be open to receiving nurturing in return. Understand that this is a part of your path, right? It is your rite of passage. It's what you deserve. It is a part of your dreams. But understand that whatever illusions come into play with relationships, you must face that. And you must be willing to dive deep and focus on that, because that's where you're going to find the freedom and the acceptance of what is. So Scorpio, this is your message. I want to thank you so much for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you next time with your new message. Bye, guys.